to your safe zone.
Pause for a moment and try to take a breath, as if it were the very first breath of your life, because that is exactly what your energy is like. You are not here by accident. You are the beginning. You are the moment when something is set in motion. You are the impulse that awakens life where there was stillness. Perhaps a stillness that lasted a bit too long. You have carried fire within you from the very start. Perhaps you felt it as restlessness, as an inner pressure, as a need to do something, to go somewhere, to change something. Even if you couldn't always explain why. You are not meant to just wait. You are not meant to stand still and overthink endlessly. There is movement within you, a force that needs to flow. And when you suppress it, it begins to hurt. Maybe not immediately. Maybe at first, you just feel frustration, irritation, a sense that something isn't right. But the longer you ignore that inner voice, the louder it becomes. Because your soul is always guiding you forward. You are the one who has the courage to begin. How many times in your life have you taken a step that others would never dare to take? How many times have you jumped into something without certainty, simply because you felt it was right? And you know what? This is your immense strength, your authenticity, your directness, your ability to take action. You don't waste time in illusions. When you feel something, you go after it. And by doing so, you inspire others more than you might realize. But let me tell you something that might not always be comfortable to hear. The same fire that drives you forward can sometimes burn you. Perhaps you act too quickly. Perhaps you speak so directly that it hurts more than necessary. Perhaps you push too hard. On yourself, on life, on others. And perhaps it sometimes costs you more than it should. Because you don't have to prove that you are strong. You already are. But true strength isn't just about moving forward at any cost. True strength is also found in pausing, in enduring, in listening. You are used to starting. It's your nature. That moment when something is born. When you feel the excitement, when everything makes sense, that is your energy. But what happens when the excitement fades, when an obstacle appears, when it is no longer thrilling? This is where your true journey begins. Not in the beginnings, but in perseverance. How many things in life have you started and then left behind because the spark was gone? How many relationships, projects, or dreams were left halfway? Not because you lacked the strength, but because you haven't yet learned how to hold it. And right here is where you can become someone who truly shapes reality. When you combine your action with patience, when you stay, even when it isn't perfect, when you choose not to walk away just because the first challenge appeared. You don't need to be faster. You need to be more present. And then there is one more thing. Your heart. Perhaps you protect it more than you realize. Perhaps you've learned to be so strong that you've forgotten you are allowed to be sensitive too. But the truth is, you feel deeply. You just don't always show it. And yet, right there, in that sensitivity, lies your next strength. Allowing yourself to feel. Allowing yourself to slow down enough to hear your own emotions. Allowing yourself not always to be the one who leads, but sometimes the one who receives. Because a true leader isn't the one who is always at the front, but the one who understands themselves enough to know when to move forward and when to wait. And now, look at your life from another angle. At relationships, at love. Because it is right there that your energy shows up most powerfully, and at the same time, most vulnerably. When you love, you don't love halfway. You go all in. You give energy, passion, attention. You know how to ignite a spark that is intense, alive, almost magnetic. People feel you. They feel your presence, your power, your now. And that is exactly why they are drawn to you. Because with you, there is life. But here comes the question. Can you stay in that love? Can you build it even when it's no longer just about the spark, but about depth? Because your challenge in love isn't to start. Your challenge is to stay. To learn that true connection isn't born just from passion, but from presence, patience, and the willingness to truly see the other person, not just yourself. You may have a tendency to move fast, to get excited quickly, to open up quickly. But a departure can come just as fast when something stops making sense or loses its intensity. And right here, life is teaching you to slow down. Not to turn away when discomfort arises, not to shut down when emotions surface, but to stay, to listen, and to allow yourself to love, not just through the fire, but through the calm. Because when you combine your passion with conscious presence, your love becomes something deep, stable, and yet constantly alive. And then there is work, your path, what you create in the world. You are not a person meant for stagnation. Routine without purpose exhausts you. Environments where you cannot grow suffocate you. You need challenges. You need the feeling that you are moving forward, that you are building something, that your energy has a direction. You have a natural gift to lead, not necessarily to control others, but to inspire, to show the way by going first. But again, here is your lesson. Not everything has to be fast, and not everything has to be immediately visible. Perhaps you've walked away too soon sometimes. Perhaps you lost interest the moment things required patience. But imagine what would happen if you stayed. If you could sustain that power, that fire within you for the long run. If you didn't just create beginnings, but actual results. You have the potential to create great things, but only when you learn that true growth is not a sprint. It is a journey. And then there is your body, your energy, your health. Your body reflects exactly how you handle your power. When you are in balance, you are full of energy, vitality, life. You have a strength that is almost contagious. But when you push past your limits, when you force yourself, when you ignore the signals, when you run without stopping, your body will stop for you. Perhaps through exhaustion, tension, or perhaps an explosion of emotions that could no longer be held back. You are not meant to run on maximum all the time. You are meant to work with your energy consciously. Learn to rest before you are completely drained. Learn to feel when your body says, enough. Because true strength is not about enduring everything. True strength is about knowing your boundaries and respecting them. And now, bring it all together. Love, work, the body. Your path is not about slowing down so much that you lose yourself. Your path is about finding the balance where your fire burns, but doesn't consume you, where it drives you forward, but also keeps you firmly grounded within yourself. You are the beginning. You are movement. You are courage. But when you add awareness, when you add patience, when you add the ability to stay, you become something much stronger than you could have ever imagined. You become a force that not only ignites the flame, but keeps it burning. And that is your true essence. And somewhere at the end of all your journeys, you will realize one thing, that you were never looking for anything on the outside, and that everything you were chasing was only a reflection of yourself, of your power, of your truth, of your courage. And in that moment, you will pause, not because you have to, but because you finally know that you have come home to yourself. Now, as we have tuned into the energy of Aries together, give yourself the space to just be with yourself. Stay connected to this frequency as long as you need, and let the power of your sign flow through you. Feel your inner courage, your creative energy, and the fire that burns within you. Every inhale and exhale can fill you with the strength of Aries. Let this energy permeate your entire body and mind. Whenever you are ready, slowly open your eyes. But keep the power and the fire of Aries within you throughout the day. Let it be your guide, one you can return to at any time.